Ani kinawaya gray indigenakas, makwa indodem, bawating indonjba minwa indada, bawating Anishinabeg indodvindagwas. My name is Gray. I'm the cultural language educator for Bay Mills Indian community. I am Bear Clan. I grew up and currently live in Sault Ste. Marie, also known as Bawating, and I am a Sioux tribe member. But even though I'm a Sioux tribe member, I get to work with Bay Mills Indian community, and I'm very happy to be here. Again, I'm the cultural language educator, so I will be working under a grant that the community has received to help with Anishinaabemowin revitalization. So, part of that is we are going to be having an Anishinaabemowin calendar for you each month. So now we have April 2024, Skiggamizgay giizis. So let's get into that. So first, we have just the image of the whole calendar here. I'll go through these words first. People have different learning styles, and some people don't necessarily like. They might not be interested in learning the different breakdowns of the words or things like that. So if you want to just listen to the pronunciation, that's fine. But as we go into more slides, I will have images that go along with each word because that's a good learning tool as well, is to have images you associate with the words, as well as on the words that I'm able to, kind of a breakdown of what those mean. So it's Skigamizage giizis, Maple Sugar Moon, April 2024. Skigamizage giizis. We'll talk about the days of the week as well. So the way this calendar is set out is Sunday to Saturday, but I'll start on Monday. So Ntam Gijagud, Nijo Gijagud, Niso Gijagud, Niwo Gijagud, Nano Gijagud, Ngudwaswo Gijagud, Nijwaswo Gijagud. And that is Monday through Sunday. It's the first day through the seventh day. That's basically what those mean. Wejinge Gijagud, Wejinge Gijagud. It is April Fool's Day. Ziigwan, it is early spring. Ziigwan. Bindakojige, he or she makes a tobacco offering. Bindakojige, Bindakojige. Ninotic, sugar maple. Ninotic, Ninotic. Kwe, that is a woman. Kwe. Mino Gijagut, it is a nice day. Mino Gijagut. Nene is a man. Nene. Ojagaage, Ojagaage. He or she taps trees. I want you to notice it's called a glottal stop, that kind of quick stop in the middle of the word. Ojagaage, Ojagaage. You can kind of hear it drop like that, and that's in writing represented with an apostrophe. That's what that's called, right? Ojagaage. Bugane Bojagun, Bugane Bojagun. A drill. Bugane Bojagun. Onjaga, it runs with zap. Onjaga. Zispakadabo, Zispakadabo. Maple sap. Zispakadabo. Gitcha Minopagwad, Zispakadabo. The maple sap tastes very good. Gitche Minopagwad, Zispakadabo. Gitche Minopagwad, Zispakadabo. Skigamizage, that means he or she is boiling sap. Skigamizage. Anishinaabe, that is a human being. Anishinaabe. Mitgo Emakwan, Mitigo emakwan, a wooden spoon or a ladle. Mitigo emakwan. Shkode, a fire. Shkode. You might also hear ishkode. It sometimes has an I at the beginning. Ishkode or shkode. Kodakik, a large kettle with small legs, or a treaty kettle, usually used for maple syrup. Kodakik, Kodakik. Gichigami, Gichigami. Lake Superior, Gichigami. Gichigami, Gichigami. Ziwagmide, that's maple syrup. Ziwagmide, Ziwagmide. Gajibdun, taste it. That's like a command, like taste it. Gajibdun, Gajibdun. Beguizagun, Beguizagun. Maple taffy, Beguizagun. Akik Gijagud, it is Earth Day. Akik Gijagud. Machabikaze, Machabikaze, there is a full moon. Machabikaze, Machabikaze. Jajok, sandhill crane. Jajok or Ajajuk. Jajok. Zinzabakwit, that's maple sugar. Zinzabakwit, Zinzabakwit. Zaga Igun, there's that stop again. Zaga Igun, that's a lake. Ganojika, there are a lot of northern pike. Ganojika. Gazibwewit, Gazibwewit, that's a spring peeper. Gazibwewit. Zagabaga, Zagabaga, the leaves come out or it buds. Zagabaga. Nimkika, there's a thunderstorm. Nimkika, Nimkika. So now we'll get into breaking these words down a little bit, just to have a little bit more of a cultural understanding, as well as being able to pick out some of the word parts that you might recognize in other words. So first we have our month, Eskigamizuge giizis, maple sugar moon. And Eskigamizugun is to boil it down, and the ge at the end is here she acts on something, so you're doing something. Eskigamizuge. So that is boiling it down moon, really, referring to our maple syrup and maple sugar, maple sap. Again, we have the words for the days of the week. There are other versions as well. There are some that are more based on Christianity, like Sunday is pray day, there's washing floors day, but I just wanted to go with the number ones. So Ntam Gijagad, that's the first day. Ntam, that's first. Nijo Gijagad, second day or Tuesday. So Nswo Gijagad, the third day or Wednesday. Neo Gijagad, the fourth day or Thursday. Neo Gijagad. Nano Gijagad, the fifth day or Friday. Nano Gijagad. Ingadwaswo Gijagad, the sixth day or Saturday. Ingadwaswo Gijagad. And Nijwaso Gijagad, the seventh day. Nijwaso Gijagad. Wejinge Gijagad, that's April 1st. It is April Fool's Day. Wejinge Gijagad. And Wejinge means to cheat or deceive, and Gijagad means day. Ziigwan is early spring. This is around this time of the spring where we have warm days and cool nights, and that is what's allowing the sap to flow and allowing the ice to go away and for our waters to flow again as well. Ziigwan. Like if you've heard the word for river Ziebing, it has that same word part in it. Ziigwan. It's flowing. Binda kojige. Binda kojige. Here she makes a tobacco offering. So binda kodon is to make an offering of tobacco to it. And that ge, again, we have that again at the end. That's to act on something. Ge or ike or ke, I've heard it described as like making something too. So here she acts on something as kind of in general. It can be making something, building something, things like that. Ninotic is sugar maple. Ninotic. Inin means ordinary, and otic is a tree or a stick. I've also heard it interpreted as man tree, as nene is man, so ninotic. And with that, with the man tree, I was told that is referring to this tree helping sustain us through the winter as we boiled it down to sugar and made sugar cakes. And so they were transportable to wherever we went for the winter. Kwe, a woman. Mino giizis, it is a nice day. So mino is something good, nice, or well, and giizis again is day. Mino you see in a lot of different things, like if you've seen Anishinaabemowin, which is a good life. Mino Debishkan, which is happy birthday. And again, Nene is man. Nene. Ojiga age. Here she taps trees. Ojiga age. Ojiga is to tap something animate, which trees are animate. And that ge again, here she acts on something. Bugane bojagan. Bugane bojagan. So bugane bodon is to saw or drill a hole in it. And bugane is to have a hole, and bod is to act on it by sawing. So that's how that breaks down a bit. The gun at the end turns a verb, that bugane bodon, into a noun. Bugane bojgan. Onjaga, it runs with sap. So that on means from a certain place, and ga means it drips or leaks. Onjaga. Zispukadabo, maple sap. So zinzbukwit is maple sugar, and abo is liquid. So this is the liquid form of maple sugar. This is the beginning of all maple syrup and maple sugar. Zispukadabo. Abo is something that you might recognize in other words as well, like dodo shabo is milk, or nibishabo is tea. That abo, you're always talking about a liquid. Giche manopugod zisbakadabo. The maple sap tastes very good. Giche manopugod zisbakadabo. So giche is big or very. Mino, again, is good. And pugod is, it has a taste. And with that giche, you're saying it's very good. It's not just good, it's very good. Skigumizige, we kind of already talked about this one. Here she boils sap. This is what this time of year is named after. Skigamizagun is to boil it down, and that ge, he or she acts on something. Anishinaabe is a human being, and I've heard of many different interpretations of this word. Um, I've heard that it references the arrival of humans through Bugane Gijik, or the hole in the sky. That relates to one of our stories. I've heard it interpreted as the second people, or the people that came after the flood. It has the word niche in there, so that's our word for two. So Anishinaabe. Abe is like the male of the species, so if it's Anishinaabe Kwe, that would be a woman human being or Anishinaabe person. Another description I've heard is a good being. And I believe that comes from Onijishin, which is like good or beautiful. And then the one who is humbled before Creator, or the spontaneous being as well. And these interpretations come from different word parts and different relations to our stories. So makes sense since this is the word we describe ourselves with, right? Anishinaabe. Mitago emakon. Mitago emakon. A wooden spoon or a ladle. So mitik is wood, or a tree. And the emakon is a spoon or a ladle. Mitago emakon. Shkode, or you might see it with an I at the beginning as well, Ishkode. That is a fire. Shkode. Cod kick, a large kettle with small legs, or a treaty kettle. Cod kick. Cod is a leg, including like our own legs. Cod. And a kick is a pail, pot, or a kettle. Cod kick. Gitchagame. Gitchagame. Lake Superior. Gitchagame. This is a common name for Lake Superior, but it also means any sea or large lake, because Gitche means big and Game means lake. There are different words that I have seen for the different lakes, which I don't remember off of the top of my head, but you could technically use this word for other lakes as well, I believe, but Lake Superior is definitely known as Gitchagame. You might have seen even companies called Gitchigumi and stuff like that. So this word kind of does go with Lake Superior, but as you break it down, it could definitely go for other lakes. It could even go for like lakes that aren't our Great Lakes, you know. Ziigwan, Ziigwan, maple syrup. So ziu means it's sweet. Agam is signifies that it's a liquid, and ide says that it is heated. So the process of making maple syrup, of course, is boiling it down. So that makes sense, and we're making a sweet liquid by heating it. Ziigwan. Good job done. Taste it. Good job done. Beguizagun. Beguizagun. That's maple taffy. So if you are putting it out on the snow like some people do, that begue word, that's also the word for gum, and it or pine pitch or pine sap. So it's something with that thicker, sticky kind of texture. Ake Gijagut. Ake Gijagut. It is Earth Day. So Ake is the earth, but it can also be land, the ground, or even a country. Chumokmana king is the word for the United States, and that aki, a king, that ing is makes it a location somewhere that you are, but ake, that's what that is. You could call dirt ake or the whole earth ake. And giizis we've seen, that means day. Machopkize, Machopkize, there's a full moon. Machopkize. So Mitch is big. Michobik. Abik is something like a rock in this case, or a mineral, metal, glass, an inorganic solid if you want to be scientific. Michobik is a Jijok or Ajijok. That is a sandhill crane, one of my favorite birds, along with chickadees. Jijok. Zinzabukwut. Zinzabukwut. This is that maple sugar once it's boiled down all the way and turned into sugar. Zinzabukwut. Zaga-igun. Zaga-igun. You hear that apostrophe? That's notes a glottal stop, which is kind of you're just catching it in your throat. Zaga-igun. Zaga-igun. I always picture it as kind of dropping my so your larynx. Zaga-igun. Zaga-igun. And that is a lake. We saw game as well for lake. I'm not 100% sure if that's only when you're using it with another word, or if these are just two separate words for the same thing. But zaga-igun. Zog is to emerge or protrude, and gun turns the verb into a noun. So it's a far spreading, especially here, as far as the eye can see, body of water. So it's this large opening, basically. And you hear that in words like Zogedwin and things like that, that Zog is to like open or emerge. Gnojeka, there are a lot of northern pike. Gnoje is northern pike, Gnoje, and ka means it is abundant. So that ending can be on different words, which we'll see in a few slides. Another one that has that ka ending to show that there's a lot of something. Gnoje ka, there are a lot of northern pike. I wanted to include this because, of course, we're in Gnoje Kaning, which is the place of the pike, as they say, Bay Mills Indian community. Gnoje Kaning, that ending makes it the place of. So Gnoje Ka, there's a lot of pike here. Gnoje Kaning. Gizibwewit. Gizibwewit. One of my favorite little animals, the spring peeper. I cannot wait to hear them. Gizibwewit. Zagibaga. Zagibaga. The leaves come out or it buds. And again, we have that zog, right? So it's emerging or protruding. And a buck is a leaf. You might have heard mushkadebuk for sage. Buck. I'm trying to think of another one. I can't think of another one right now. But this ending is often found on when describing leaves or plants. Zagibaga. And our last word, animkika. Animkika. That means there's a thunderstorm, and that comes from Nimki, the thunderbird. Our belief is that the thunderstorms are caused by our thunderbirds. The lightning is caused by our thunderbirds. And when there's a lot of thunderbirds that caw, it is abundant, nimki caw, there is a thunderstorm. So I hope you enjoyed April 2024's Anishinaabemowin Calendar. If you have any questions, you can feel free to message me through the Bay Mills Language and Culture Facebook page. Please feel free to get a hold of me there. If you see this video on Facebook or on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to answer there too. Miigwech for sharing your time with me. Miigwech Bizendayik. Miigwech, thank you for listening. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in May. Miigwech.